All right, fellas, welcome back. Another week has passed out here on the internet, and as per the usual arrangement, you already know, there is no shortage of stupid shit to make fun of. Let's just get right into it. We've got a lot to cover in today's video. If you are new here, make sure to subscribe right now, or else you have an extremely high chance of having a small dick, and also turn on your goddamn notifications. That way that you can be a part of the buzz every single time a new video goes live. And last but not least, of course, watch the entire video, don't be a bitch. Alright fellas, so our first topic of the day, getting away with murder. Almost quite literally, although I guess we're gonna have to call it manslaughter because that's what it was actually charged as in the case, but getting away with killing someone. As a female, in the year 2024, you hate to fucking see it, it says, California woman who stabbed her boyfriend 108 times sentenced to probation and community service. Bryn Spejcher, 32, avoided prison time after being convicted of involuntary manslaughter in the 2018 stabbing death of her boyfriend Chad, 26. Go ahead and get your Chad jokes out now, alright, about how he wasn't a Chad. This is insane, dude. So how do you get away with killing somebody? You're not gonna actually believe your fucking ears when I keep reading this shit. An expert at the Bryn Spejcher trial testified she was suffering from cannabis-induced psychosis at the time of the 2018 attack. She stabbed her boyfriend more than 100 times and also stabbed herself. The judge, defending his position to spare her prison time, from that point forward, she had no control over her actions, he said. What the fuck? A cannabis-induced psychosis. Now, fellas, you tell me right now, right? It's been a little while since I got stoned. Actually, it's been several years. But when is the last time you used any sort of cannabis product and went into a psychosis and started killing people? I'll wait, all right? I'll wait to hear your stories down in the comments. This is like your typical California, just pure, dude, it's a mental illness living over there at this point. I swear to God. Who could even believe such a ridiculous load of bullshit? You know, it's like people say, if you drink and drive and then you kill somebody, they don't even call it an accident because you purposely drank and then you purposely drive after. Like, you're getting under the influence of something on purpose and then you do something bad and then it's all of a sudden I had no control. Bro, if I was the judge in this case, this shit would have gone a completely opposite direction than what we're reading right here. Accountability? Nah, we never heard of her, dude. So here she is here. I'm gonna show a couple pictures up on the screen here, and I think we could tell kind of maybe what might have been going on in the courtroom. You know, we weren't there. We can't pass too much judgment, but if I had to bet, male judge feeling bad for a somewhat attractive female. I mean, dude, in the grand scheme of things, maybe she's not like super hot. But in a courtroom, bro, like it's like the teacher scale or like the police officer scale. You know what I mean? Like compared to the chicks that roll up in court, this is basically a courtroom 10. And this judge was being a simp ass motherfucker over this. This is crazy. Here's her mugshot here. Don't go falling in love now, fellas. You can't fix her. All right, I'm telling you right now, you can't. And then here's her like crying what I suspect to be probably crocodile tears in the courtroom as well. And her again wearing like a dude suit for some reason. Couldn't tell you why. But there you go. That is the face of somebody that went into a cannabis-induced psychosis and then stabbed her boyfriend over 100 times, which is crazy. A California woman who is facing up to 4 years in prison for fatally stabbing her boyfriend more than 100 times during a drug-induced psychotic episode in 2018 was instead sentenced this week to 2 years probation and 100 hours of community service. Last December, Bryn Spejcher, 32, was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter in the killing of her boyfriend Chad, the Ventura County Star and LA Times reported from the courtroom. She had been facing a possible 4-year prison term ahead of her Tuesday sentencing hearing. That is also crazy to me, bro. Facing 4 years? Even if it is involuntary manslaughter, which I don't really buy that that's a valid charge in the first place. I'm no lawyer, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say, you know, if I smoked weed and then stabbed my neighbor perhaps 108 times, I don't think I'm getting charged with involuntary manslaughter. She must have had a hell of a lawyer, bro. That's crazy. 4 years at the maximum was what she was looking at. I know dudes who went away for longer than that, from before weed was friggin' legalized, for crying out loud. I know a dude that was sentenced to way longer than 2 years probation for something way less serious. What are they putting in the water out in California? This is crazy. During the trial, I love this part, a medical expert testified that her behavior was the result of cannabis-induced psychosis. According to the National Library of Medicine, I'm sure that's such a credible institution, a diagnosis of the disorder is given when hallucinations or delusions materialize shortly after consuming cannabis. Her defense attorneys claimed that their client was involuntarily intoxicated and that Chad had allegedly bullied and intimidated her into smoking the last bit of marijuana. Yeah, alright, dude. You're telling me that this 26-year-old California girl never smoked weed before in her life and this was the first time she ever did it? And it just so happened to be that she grabbed a knife and started stabbing not one, not two, not three, but like, I don't know, 108 times? Man, that judge must have really want a hit to be so lenient on such a horrific crime. A bloody crime. You know, this is like, it's pure violence. What would this dude have sentenced her to if she got behind the wheel of a car, intoxicated, crashed and killed an entire family? You know, like, alcohol is also a controlled substance, but that's not a pass to do whatever the fuck you want when you're under the influence of it. Since when has this been a defense in the courtroom? The judge, David Worley, the simp-ass judge, right? The dude that gets no pussy, defended his decision to sentence Spejcher to no prison time. From that point forward, she had no control over her actions, he said. Her attorney, Michael Goldstein, agreed, calling the sentence a fair and accurate reflection of conduct that he claims was out of his client's control. That lawyer must have gone home to his wife that night and been like, honey, you are not gonna believe what I am about to tell you right now. Wow, it really must be nice to have been born female. Speaking of female delusion, fellas, if you follow me on Twitter, you've already seen this, but I had to share it in the video, man. So what you're seeing on your screen right now is the actress Erin Moriarty from The Boys. And this before and after picture of her was floating around the internet. And man, I find this so sad, dude. Why you would do this to yourself is literally beyond me. We're at a place where TikTok, Instagram, even Twitter now, like the girls you see out there on the internet, everybody just has some kind of work done. Like if you're famous or if you're some kind of influencer, you've probably seen the plastic surgeon once or twice. Dude, this is honestly sad, man. Like she was very attractive and pretty before on the left, and now she just looks like beat up and rough and unnatural, dude, and unhappy. Like look at the left and right. Look how happy she looks on the left, and then now look at her. I hate this. I really do. Now, to be fair, from what I read and what I could gather online, these pictures were taken like 9 years apart, but it's not even that she looks older, dude. It's just that she looks rough. Why women decide to get their lips injected and get their nose shaved down with a tool to like the size of a button, literally beyond me. Speaking of dumbass bitches getting lip injections, look at this shit.
I just pulled into Sam's Club. It's fucking, there's way too many people here for me, personally. And my back is out. How in the fuck am I gonna get the shit I need in my car, let alone my cart? Ow. So here I go, getting a bunch of randos' phone numbers again.
Shut the fuck up!
All right, fellas, and our final topic of the day, toxicity in video games. Ah, yes, we're also familiar with this. Here's a tweet from the last community manager of Destiny 2, a game that I still occasionally play. You know, I've been playing since the very beginning in 2014. Been through every expansion, taken long breaks over the years, on and off, but I think it's pretty safe to say that every single community manager now sounds exactly like this dude right here. Every so often, I wish online games required account linking with social media. Now hold on, don't raise your pitchforks yet. My desire isn't for data scraping to manipulate you. The simple fact is that I wish it were easier for studios to ban folks from games for being vile. Well, then fucking require that, dude. You know, you work in the industry. Don't go virtue signaling about it on Twitter. I clicked the profile. Of course the pronouns are in the bio. Of course they are. It's all so predictable, man. People on the internet are vile. That's just a fact, and video games now are the internet. It's basically the same thing. If you're playing an online shooter of any kind, or even online game, you're gonna encounter people saying the N-word, and you're gonna encounter people telling girls to go make them a sandwich. I went numb to this shit a long time ago. I'm sure you guys did too. I really don't give a fuck what people say over voice chat in a video game. How people like this are just still this upset about it, like, I don't know, man, get a life. Somehow folks are waking up today and deciding to harass multiple women and people of color over game decisions. These folks and their titles have nothing to do with the things these folks are upset about, and even then, the things being said aren't justified. Should be a ban. Then ban them, bro. Or make a game that doesn't suck and makes you do the same missions like 400 times since the year 2014. 10 years of doing strikes and raids. Maybe they have a point. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck people said. Who cares? Anyway, here's us talking shit to bitches and search and destroy using a shotgun. Enjoy.
Bro is actually ass, dude. You need a whole clip with your MCW to take me out. If you guys
Bro,
are gonna
you
camp
have
that fucking
zero
hard, how
Oh
about
my
you
God,
do
you're
better?
sprinting
How
around
about
with
you
a
do
quiet.
better?
you
How about
dumb
you
Oh
do
my
better?
God.
You guys are just
Take
fucking
TikTok
camping
out
with
of your
your
name,
race.
dude. No one's looking
Oh,
at your
no, no, no. You
TikTok.
want me to pull out a race?
Shut
You
up.
want a race? I promise
Pull out
you
a
don't.
gun.
You shut
No
the fuck
one's
up.
looking at your
You shut the fuck
TikTok.
up, pussy.
Be
I'm
quiet.
speaking.
Oh my God.
See, Lucas, you would have
Wait, what did she just say? A woman is speaking?
A
No
grown
way.
woman is speaking.
Oh
That's a grown
no.
woman,
Well, I better shut the
unbelievable.
fuck up. Wait till she finds out I'm gonna exploit her clip for money.
Fucking gross. Imagine.
Imagine
Hey,
you
you
losing
got a
another
kill.
round,
Good
fat
job.
bitch.
We're so happy for you, girl. Good
You're
shit, good
literally
shit.
so fucking
No, no, no,
ass.
good
You're running
shit.
Overkill, bro.
Good
You're running
job.
overkill,
We are
bro. Ain't
very
nobody
proud of you.
impressed.
I'm
Ain't
trying.
I
nobody
am
impressed
woman.
when you
Hear me
overkill,
roar. I
stupid
have
ass
one kill
bitch.
in search and
Ain't
destroy.
nobody impressed when you pull out a
Wow.
shotgun, bitch.
You're so
Ain't nobody
good.
Alright. Good shit.
Oh,
she
the
fucking
loudmouth
left.
floor left.
She fucking left. Couldn't handle the shotguns.
As long as you let me